very important management joining us right now on the show. It's Mr. Ravi Kant Jaipuria, the chairman of Varun Beverages, to talk about the mega expansion plans. They are going to acquire franchisee rights for PepsiCo now in Karnataka, Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh, which now takes their path to 22 states and 2 union territories. Mr. Jaipuria, thank you. Appreciate you giving us your time on ET Now. Congratulations on this mega acquisition. Tell us what exactly does this mean for the company? Gives you more opportunity, I understand, to expand your volumes, given the fact that these are under-penetrated markets, according to you.
That it is Maharashtra, Gujarat, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Union Territories of Daman and Diu, Nagar Haveli, Pondicherry, Yaman, Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep. So it's the complete South and Maharashtra and Gujarat.
And Gujarat, so a bit of the west as well as south, major markets for you. This means more revenue generating potential. Have you mapped out anything in what this could do in terms of amping up your volumes?
With this acquisition, we are practically pan-India.
Okay.
So we had north and east with us. Now this gives us south and west. So we are practically all across India now.
Okay.
And we are acquiring 9 more plants to our, and about 2,000 employees will be added to our portfolio.
All right. Mr. Jaipuria, could you give us a sense of how much you would be shelling out for all of these plants and all of these territories?
Well, it's approximately 1,850 crores.
Okay. And you have announced a board meeting, in a couple of weeks. You're going to Malaki.
Yes, day after we have our annual result.
That's
and
right.
Then we have called a board meeting for the QIP. So.
Okay. So you are going to be raising the entire fund requirement for this acquisition via
the... We will be raising some funds.
Okay.
And some would be from internal accruals.
Okay. So could you give us a rough timeline? I mean, since you already do have presence in North and East, and this will almost give you pan-India,
yes.
Pan-India presence. So could you give us some sense of what is usually the return on investment? I mean, since you already do have the experience in North and East, and of course, I know they are different markets, but on an average, what is the payback period for these territories?
It's too early to give. We have to first take over the territories, and it takes a little bit time to understand the territories, but very difficult to give the return on investment immediately. I think we will be speaking something on it on our board meeting, so then we'll take it forward on that day.
Okay, so any sense of a payback period or anything? I mean, I'm sure you guys must have discussed this in your board meeting.
It just happened about half an hour back, so I think these details I think we'll give you when we have the board meeting day after, and then we can give you more details in it.
Okay, excellent. Let's talk about then the revenue potential and the volume potential from these territories. You have mentioned in your press release as well that these are under-penetrated areas that you have acquired franchises in. So what sort of potential are you looking at in terms of revenues as well as volumes?
Well, we are long-term hoping to be equal share to Coke. So it's a long way to go, but it doesn't happen fast. So after all, Coke is a strong...
We should pull a little, it's very...
Pardon me?
Go ahead, sir. You were talking about the revenue potential.
No, revenue potential will automatically, as we are able to gain market share and increase our market share, revenue would go up. And it's a large territory, it's a rich territory. So unfortunately, it's quite under-penetrated at the moment. So we hope in the next couple of years, we should gain momentum and have a nice increase in our top line.
Like you mentioned, it's been only half an hour since you made this decision. But do you have any sort of plans on what you want to do to really expand, the distribution, the reach? Like you said, it's under-penetrated, so it's a lot of...
I think that, let me give it to you, it's only 2 days after we have our annual board meeting and results. Why don't I give it to you then? Because I'm actually traveling and it just happened half an hour back. So I will be able to give you in more details after 2 days. Let's just consolidate and understand it. And we have just applied to CCI for permission, so we have to wait for the approval, government approvals also.
All Right, Mr. Jaipuria, if you could just get a sense of the markets that you will be entering. I mean, do they have more of a rural tilt, and how would you be looking at? Because I know for a fact that in the past as well, I mean, PepsiCo has said that they want to expand their focus in the rural and semi-urban areas. So, what's the nature of these markets that you're acquiring?
No, these are urban markets as well as rural markets. You know, they're all states. All the large states of the country are there. If you look at Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Karnataka, these are all big states. So it has got urban market as well as rural markets. So we'll have to penetrate on both sides.
Undoubtedly, they are very big states.
And rural is clearly where the growths are coming from for all FMCG companies. So our focus would definitely be rural. So we would be penetrating in both markets, but rural definitely is where the real growth is coming from.
And for Varun Beverages as well, is that the case? I mean, is rural growth outpacing urban, what you have been witnessing?
Absolutely. There's a big gap between rural and urban in our existing territories, which is north and east.
Right now, for Varun Beverages, if we had to talk about sales exposure, urban versus rural, where exactly is what percentage comes from urban, what from rural?
We call semi-urban also, which are smaller cities, not only Delhi, Bombay, Calcutta, you know, but basically it's 50-50. Rural and semi-urban and urban is about half and half.
Okay, approximately half and half. Okay,
yeah.
Great, Mr. Jaipuria. I hope we can speak once again then once your board meeting is concluded and, you know, to discuss more about your plans to ensure adequate penetration in these markets, very lucrative markets. So congratulations once again, and thank you for joining in.